What is going on, fellow captains? We've got a World of Warships Legends game today here in the old Warspite. I don't know, I'd probably call it the Grand Old Lady or something. All these warships that are famous have a thing or whatever. This is new. This is kind of cool. They added this in this patch where you can like see what the commanders are in the level. You know, it doesn't tell you everything about the build, but actually there were a handful of times today that I saw a ship running, like Flander with Jujard. Is it going to have secondaries and things like that? And I'm like, actually, this is kind of busted for people that know what's up. I mean, you know what's up anyway, but like you can tell a lot about a build. I saw that in the patch notes and I was like, sure, fine, whatever. Like that'll be kind of interesting. Actually, when I first read it, I thought that it was only when they sunk you. I didn't realize you would be able to see it for anyone in the map screen. But yeah, that's kind of cool. So anyway, got the Warspite. I don't have my build today. It's fine. I'm sure I've got it. It's in my Warspite oof video. I haven't changed it. So it's Nelson with Cunningham, AL Colorado, Flammable Cannoneer, Big 7, Sniper, Heals, running with scissors. Yeah, so I've liked this build. Say a lot of the same stuff I said last time. If you really want to hear all my ins and outs on the build, you can go watch that one. Warspite oof. Go watch another of my videos. How's that? I lose that one, so whatever. Oh, spoiler alert. But yeah, this is it's patch day. I'm running through my weekly premium missions. Win 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 7 or whatever it is in every tier premium ship, whatever. I've been since I've found this build. I mentioned last time but I have struggled with the Warspite. You know, it's a fan favorite of kind of everyone. It's one of the older ships in the game. It has held up well for a lot of people. I've struggled to find my space in it. It has a couple of drawbacks. I think probably the biggest thing is the turret traverse. You know, it's not particularly fast. It doesn't have amazing AA, but that's not untrue of a lot of ships in at tier 5, so I don't think that particularly holds it back. The turret traverse is quite slow. With this build, with running with scissors and a high-level commander, I like it. And the Big 7 lets you pump up the damage just a touch while keeping the speed. I resisted trying it for a long time because I thought I would miss the penetration. Warspite doesn't have amazing penetration anyway. It's fine for a lot of cruisers and stuff, but you'll get shatters, especially at range. I think the Queen Elizabeth actually has better penetration than the Warspite. Warspite has normal fuse, Queen Elizabeth has short fuse, like whatever, yada yada. Anyway, so I resisted using Big 7 for a long time because I was like, oh, if it doesn't have as good penetration, like I do get shatters, I don't love it, I don't want to reduce it. What I found is it just kind of like, yeah, it reduces it, but the shells that we're going to shatter anyway. And if they weren't, they don't. I think the armor profiles of ships at this tier, like, I don't know all the numbers. Like, again, I've said before, I broadly know that kind of stuff, but it's not a thing that I just, like, memorize all the numbers and have them all, like, look at that whack on the, what is it, that Pyotr Velecki. He's got good armor, but I guess he wasn't quite angled enough and it stuck him in. Anyway, I like Big 7. This build the Warspite has worked for me a lot better than it has previously, and honestly, similar to what I said in my Bismarck video, maybe it's just luck, matchmaking, whatever, however you want to attribute it, but yeah, like it's not like I don't know how to play the ship. It's not rocket science. It's a tier 5 battleship with amazing maneuverability, decent armor, and good heals. Oh, one cool thing about the Warspite is it actually has a cruiser damage control party, which is kind of neat. Ooh, let's pause for a second. Say our prayers. Hello, Soviet battleship. Oh, just in with the. I don't know exactly if that. Yep, there we go. Bye bye. Thanks for playing. I don't know if running with scissors is like Arthas. I assume it is. That if it's up, even if shells are already out, it takes the damage. But I'm not actually sure. So maybe if somebody knows, you can tell me. But yeah, Warspite. It's a fun ship. One of the things that I've been kind of working on, thinking about, it has a reputation for amazing accuracy, and I find it good, but it hasn't been blowing my socks off. Something like Elbing or Constellation I found like, yeah, you know, that's really amazing. Like, look at that salvo. That's not amazing. That's fine. I got a Citadel, but you know, the grouping on that wasn't awesome. He's 12 kilometers away. I've got a pretty much full grouping dispersion build. You could lean a little way, like I could put Iachino on, or Iachino, whatever his name is, on instead of AL Colorado, but I've got pretty good. Yeah, my grouping's pretty good anyway, so it's not like I'm missing some of the build, and I'm just not, you know, completely astounded by the accuracy. Fine, but it's not blowing me away. It's not the kind of thing that I would go out and say like, whoa, wow, look at this ship's accuracy. So, but all that to say, I think maybe I was just expecting too much of it, you know, and getting frustrated on the salvos that came out and weren't particularly accurate. So yeah, well, bye, Aoba. Yeah, so I've just kind of chilled out a little bit on it, you know, maybe not expecting too much. And again, the Big 7, I've increased the damage, because it does only have the 8 barrels. It only does a little bit more damage than a lot of the 12-barrel US battleships, but this just kind of ups the damage. And hey, look at this match, man. I got 34 hits and 7 Citadels, so it's really, really cooking for me today. I think some of this is patch day shenanigans. I've seen, I don't know, it's patch day. I've seen some great plays, some terrible plays, some great players, some terrible players. Like, it's like any other day, but cranked up to 11. So, yeah, if you see this on the day that I release it and go out today, you know, just take it for what it is. I just finished a match where we had 4 destroyers, and every single one of them went to the same square to hold each other's hand and sit in each other's smoke screens. It's like, what are you guys doing? But it's patch day. Whatever. So here, I pushed around the side. You could see I was kind of engaging all those ships on my terms. They, you know, this wasn't fully alone. I did have my team backing up, so this isn't quite into the always alone category, weak flank. But I did pretty much just run this flank. Wrecked the cruiser. Somebody got, whatever, I think it was the Nuremberg. Took that. I was hoping to get that one, but somebody else got it, and then we just wiped up the rest. Now we're chasing this Warspite Big. One thing that I've been trying to intentionally do is this kind of like, he's heading to the right, so if I angle to the left, I can actually get my rear turrets on target because I'm going to have to lead him to the right. So if I angle like this, I actually get to fire my guns at a more favorable angle than if I go the other way. And if he's doing it, you know, I think he kind of gets the same benefit because he's like alternate as well. So it's kind of like, you know, you win some, you lose some like that. But anyway, I've been trying to do that more intentionally when I want to be conservative with my health and not, you know, overturn, take too much damage. But mostly we're just relying on the overmatch here to, there's a lot of the Warspite nose, tail, you know, upper belt and stuff. Can you overmatch the upper belt? I think so. Just take him out. Didn't quite get the kill on that one, but that's fine. So I missed the Warspite and I missed the Nuremberg. They still have 3 ships left, so let's see what we can get. Can we get the Kraken? We got 4 kills right now, 135,000 damage. Would have liked to have picked up the cap, you know, just for funsies, but hey, this guy, well, I think it was one of our cruisers, came in and capped that. I always appreciate the team play there. Here, I'm not using my spotter plane because I can never remember to. For some reason, it just always slips my mind. Arthas, I got used to that pretty quick, but, you know, that's super fun to just push the button and get more. The spotter plane just doesn't feel as, like, impactful. Like, yes, sure, it gives you 10% more grouping, and that does help, but it's not like, oh, wow, I see the difference. And sometimes you can still get bad salvos even with the spotter plane, so it doesn't just stand out, in my mind of like, push me, I'm a fun button. Hey, I got him, Kraken. Look at this. But there's still 2 ships left. So we've got a broadside for Ataka at super long range. Did we lead him far enough? And will someone else get it? Hey, 1 shell earned. All right, we got a, I'm gonna say tier 5 Dutch cruiser because I do not know how to pronounce that. So we're gonna lob a little shell over the island. This is one of my favorite things to do. Oh, yes. All right, man. You know what? These shots are just landing today. That's 9 Citadels. I'll take that any day on any ship. I love it. Citadels, I think, are my favorite thing in the game. It's just, for some reason, it feels like it you know, it's as things are supposed to be. Like the shells do the damage they're supposed to. It means you aimed well. I just love a good Citadel. here. All right, I'm taking that shot as fast as I can because I know there's going to be other shells on him. Oh, overpins, and hey, that's 7 kills in one day on patch day. So you know what? I'll take it. Thanks, patch day. Take a minute to load. All right, yeah, there's Nelson. So hey, that's a pretty good game. I'm all right with Warspite these days.